Yo, what is going on, brother? Welcome back to the very first chess recap on my channel. So, I've recently participated in a rapid chess tournament where we played 8 games across the entire day. I came back a few hours ago, and I tried to the best of my ability to recover as many games as possible to the most detail. Not all games are going to be like having all of the moves. Some might even have the moves in the wrong order, or some are just completely wrong. And some ends early, and then I'll explain how it happened next. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into game 1. We're going to try and do 2 or 3 games this video, depending on how long the video is. So let's just jump over here. And my camera is still not frozen, which is great. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So we open with e4, e5, which is probably the most popular opening. I continue with knight c3. This is a Vienna opening. Back in the days, Gotham Chess really popularized this opening about like 5 or 6 years ago at this point. It is like quite successful. It wasn't that successful back in the day because, well, a lot of people were following it, but now like not a lot of people play it anymore. Not a lot of people know the reputation, so playing the Vienna is actually super solid. And my opponent responded with knight f6, which runs right directly into the Vienna gambit. And here, his best move is obviously d5, but he doesn't know that, and he took. So obviously I went e5, and his knight goes back to g8, which is just absolutely fabulous. Like, I could not ask for a better start for this game, and you're gonna see why. So obviously I played the best move, knight to f3, preventing this. In fact, if you don't play knight f3 and you play like d4, you actually like you can see like the engine says like queen h4, and then like you have to do some weird things like long cloud or g3 and all that stuff, and just not super pleasant. So knight f3 is like a force move basically at this point. So my opponent responded with d6, very normal. I played d4, and he took. Now here there are a couple of ways you can play. There's one is bishop b5, but just runs into c6, which I just don't really see the point of it. And obviously like this, go here, and then I have to go bishop c4, and he might even take here, and then like I'm down 2 pawns, well 3 pawns in fact, and I have to attempt to win all of them back, and it's just not pleasant whatsoever. The computer is completely unafraid, of course, because, well, it's part of the opening, but I just don't feel like I'm good enough to win all of these pawns back. So yeah, so bishop takes f4 is a crazy move, because once, let me show you. Bishop takes f4, pawn takes knight. I actually have this, bishop takes f7, and if the king goes here, then I can just check him, and then just absolutely obliterate this guy. Like, just bring all my pieces, and then just do a bunch of weird stuff, and I just win the game. So yeah, that's why you don't go for this. But yeah, I don't have the nerves to do that, so instead I went for the second best move, which is queen e2. And here my opponent went this, which is it a good move? It is one of the good moves, okay. And I just took on e5 with my queen. Did I take one of my queen? No, I didn't. I took one of my pawn, did I? Oh no, I took that first, which I guess is not the end of the world. Okay, yeah, I got the line completely mixed up, but yeah, I took with the bishop. He went f6. F6 I think is just a completely terrible move, because now when I do this, he goes there, I am completely unafraid. I can just keep taking, and I anticipated him taking me here, and I take, and then he takes like this, and I take this, but he didn't do that. He just took with the knight. So obviously I removed his right to castle and took a free pawn. So already I emerged out of the opening of a pawn. Like, this is just gorgeous. Like, you can't ask for a better start. And he tried to double my pawns, which I respect, and then he tried to go after my pawn, which I obviously prevented from happening. Except it made me lose a bunch of my advantage, interestingly enough. Why? Bishop takes c3, pawn takes c3, and then like I guess like I have more activity. I don't know, but I think it's a good move. He went here, which is weird. I should have castled here. I don't know what he did. I went here because I didn't want him to take this pawn. But what if I had castled here and he went here? Then what? Then bishop takes f. Oh, the knight is pinned. Yeah, I
Hmm. Hmm.
okay. Well, I didn't see that the knight was. I should have known that. Like that was such a beginner mistake. But okay. Well, I went here just to prevent this from happening, which wasn't a threat at the first space. And then he got there, and then I think I went for like a little tactic or something. I went here, didn't I? Yeah, I went here, which made me lose a bunch of advantage as well. So bishop g6 is the best move, which he did. You go, and then I just tried to break out his pawns, just like really bad structure. I also have an extra pawn, just keep that in mind. And then castle and here, and I took a second free pawn. I don't know why he did that. Like should have, like do something like this, but apparently not. And now we are in the end game, up 2 pawns. Like I don't consider myself a good endgame player, but I think I'm pretty confident when it comes to doing this. So I actually want to see one more thing. Um, I I think I could have like did something like this, but there's a knight here, so yeah, no. Okay, anyway, the game could proceed by him trading my rook, and he putting his rook there. I just line this one up and trade everything.
Vâng, nhớ nhà cái chuột cái ngô đề ghê. Ờ, nha.
Okay, and then the king went there so that the rook could protect the knight, but yeah, like all the moves that the computer suggests, like this move, this move, and this move, just who does that? Like, come on. I mean, I guess like these two are kind of makes some amount of sense because you try to queen, but I just took a free pawn. I mean, I just thought that that's the most logical thing to do. But then he went this. Didn't I? Yeah, he went c5, and I was just like, oh shoot, like my bishop is completely out of the game. Like there's not a good way for me to come back. But yeah, like there's so many things that I could have done. I just tried to do that, and he went there. I took his knight, and I just uh, tried to trade everything. Now here, the game ended. I didn't resign here, obviously. I'm up 3 pawns, but the game proceeded in like some sort of way that ended up with me first losing this pawn. You guys can see that there's not a good way for me to defend it. I could probably go here, but I don't think like my rook and my king was coordinated this way in the game. I think this is when like I actually forgot how the pieces were coordinated. So don't just take this with a grain of salt. But yeah, he took this. I think he took this, and then like eventually I'm only up a pawn or something. So, which brings us to the very end of the game, which I will show you guys here. So we're just gonna, I don't know, like load, and now it's white to move basically. But yeah, in this position, this is what you would call a fortress in chess, because like everyone is protecting each other. You literally can't do anything because this bishop is different color with the king. But the thing is, eventually, let me just make like some moves. He got me in. I don't know. He got me in what position? Like here, and I think like he has his rook here or something. Go here, and then yeah, you can see like mate in two. So he gave me a check. I am forced to go here, and he checkmated me this way. Well, not with the bishop there. Not with the bishop there. Just keep that in mind. Not with the bishop there. Yeah, like this is checkmate as well. But yeah, basically it went something like this without the bishop taking in the rook, and it just devastating first game. Like I was winning like probably 90% of the time of that game. Even in this fortress, I could have easily drawn it, but I just like walked my king too far away from these guys, and like I just thought like I could queen or something. I just like overconfidence is just like a really big problem for me, and that's just something I have to deal with later down the line. But yeah, that's game one. And now let's jump into the second game, which I don't think I have full coverage of it either. I think I could half the game, but I'll tell you guys what happened. So For this game, I have the black pieces, of course, and we're up against guy number 2. Now, I don't I don't even remember the face of the guy number 2 for some reason. But yeah, well, let's just start the game. So he went d4, which already I got really annoyed with because I am a Carol main, as Gotham Chess is. But I also studied one of his other openings, which is the Dutch opening, which primarily deals with anything that is not e4. So the game proceeded with the this is what Gotham Chess calls his Gotham Dutch, and I think it's a really effective opening. Like here, just takes and castles, and everything is normal. Like I don't know if Queen here was a good move, or Queen e7 was better. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but it's all equal. Like I have so much control over this, and I'm also training the sake of the knight, so he always has to go back, and then I just push his pieces all around, like repeat moves once. I really didn't want to make a draw. I think he was more than happy to make a draw with me, but I was just like, dude, I just lost my first game and I really need to bounce back, so we're not going to be doing that. So instead, once he went there, I just went back when he attacked me the next time. Now, when he tried to trade with me, I just went c5 because in the Dutch opening, there is a common idea of the knight being on a6 to prepare for c5, but being here is completely fine to prepare for c5 as well. So I went here. What I should have done is play g5 or bishop takes d3, which both of those moves are just not... They're just too aggressive for me. Like, I keep saying that they're too aggressive, but at the same time, I'm a very aggressive player. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. But yeah, I went c5, took, and then you have to move his queen. Now, here, I reinforced my knight. Very simple. I don't know. I think taking was not a good move. dc5, it was the second top move, but like, yeah. I just don't feel like taking was good. Takes. I do this to render this bishop useless, and he knows that. He knows that I am trying to render his bishops useless, so he promptly took. And also really annoyed me. I took, and here, let's see what the computer says. Why is it like dead winning for black? Rook d8. I went rook d8. Okay. And then he went, where would you go? He went queen c2, and then rook d2. I did exactly this. Why did I lose? I did exactly this. Wait. Queen b1. I don't think that was the right order of the move that I recorded. Like here, I know I played this move. I don't think as like when this happened. Okay. So, I don't exactly know, but let's just follow the game. And then he went here, and I went back. So now I defend my knight, so that now I can take this pawn for free without him taking my knight using the queen. And the game, I only got the game recorded up until that point, so it's a little bit unfortunate. But the point is that he won this game by a series of somehow sneaking his stupid rook and his stupid queen into my position and just completely obliterating me. It's just how it really is. They all went down this file, and like my queen was offside like here, my rook was offside like here. Like I don't know, I don't freaking know what I'm doing, man. Like I had this and like all this good stuff, and I was also looking into like some knight here because there was like a rook here at the first place, and I'm just so much pain. Losing the first 2 games in a chess tournament that uses a Swiss system pretty much guarantees you to be last whenever you're in the tiebreak, which was exactly what happened, but I'll tell you guys that later. So now the video is not that long just yet, so I guess I will cover the third game as well. So let me just get the third game. Now this is a game that I'm actually very happy with. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see like the way, oh, that I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's just paste this in. And now I have the white pieces again against guy number 3. Now, guy 3, he also played e45, so which is good because I got to play my Vienna opening. Now here, he went bishop c5, which already is a mistake. I mean, it's not really a mistake, but it's just more like a logical tactical mistake. Like you just don't really do. You should develop your knights. You don't know where your bishop's gonna go, so typically just do this and you're fine. So the refutation for this, like I know the computer doesn't say that my moves is on here, but I went here because this is what Gotham Chess taught me. So, and then he obviously had to go here because he didn't want to lose his pawn. I go here, and then I went knight f3. Now, in a lot of games that I played online, a lot of my opponents just plays like some deep pawn move and just completely hang the bishop and pretty much lose the game immediately. But my opponent doesn't do that. Instead, he just plays knight a6. I have to go back, and yeah, the game proceeds from here. Knight c6, bishop c4, castles. I attack his queen. It's always good to attack his queen. Like, just gotta push this guy around, this girl around, sorry, and you're probably gonna be fine. Now, here, I got my full Vienna setup, like my bishop, my knight, and everything out. Anyway, to continue the recording, I was saying that like I got my full Vienna setup, like everything is in the right place now. I just castle, of course. Like, but he goes here. I don't know why it's that much winning. I fail to understand that, but okay, I just took. ED4 is better than bishop d4. That is very interesting. I mean, I guess like trading is probably the best way for him to keep an advantage, but no, I just go here. He goes here, and I just took this. Oh, I didn't take this. Wait, really? Okay, castle, and then I take this when he went here to double his pawns. Nice. Okay, and now I go here. Let's see what was actually needed to be played here. Let's see. So bishop g5 for some reason to go here. Oh my god, that's crazy. And f4. f4 is always an idea. Okay, but I went like that, which is fine. Now I attack this pawn. Like the obvious way is like or this or this. Let's go back, and then I queen. How is queen g? That's a crazy move. What? Queen g6. No, oh, sorry. No, I thought it's his move. Okay. So he goes there, and I went d4 instead of f4. f4 is apparently the better break, but okay. d4. He defends. I line this up. He has to go back. Take. I take his knight, doubling his pawns, and then I bring my rooks. Now, I was really hoping that I could double my rooks and just put them here, and he just never gets to play chess on the side of the board, which will be fabulous for me, but he proceeds to play d5, and I just take a free pawn, which is fine too. Now, at this point, I realize in the game that, okay, so you're winning for the third game in a row. Now, are you going to mess this up, Lander? And the answer is, you're going to see. So he goes here. Now, there's a lot of ways. I calculated quite a lot here. So I calculated like takes, like I'll show takes here. Like this is a fork, so obviously he has to go here. Then like this, and like why would I voluntarily double my pawns? And his rook just look a lot more active than mine, even though like he's down 2 pawns and his two pawn islands are doubled. But like, yeah, I just didn't feel confident in this variation for some reason. I should have just absolutely went for that instead of what I chose. But yeah, I took a free pawn, which is fine too. And then he took my bishop. Now, if I take with my rook to prevent doubling my pawn, then he takes this pawn. Like, yeah, like let me just show you. So, like, why? Why would I do that? I just took with the pawn. So ultimately, what could have happened is that I should have just taken this and just go on with my day, and like I would have gotten an extra piece off the board, but I just went for that, which is fine. He defends, I attack, he defends again, I attack him, and then he lines this up, and I go f4. Now, I don't think f4 was a good move whatsoever. I consider f3, but then I didn't like whatever this is, even though the rook covers it right now. I just didn't like whatever this is, but f4, like it actually has a threat, and like this I can just sidestep. So I don't know, like they both have the similar consequence, but I just like to be aggressive, man. So f4. Now, I'm pretty sure if you take with the pawn, it's very, very bad because the rook takes from this other side. So obviously he has to take with the rook. I take with the b rook here. Did I? Yep, I took with the b rook. And now if he gives me a check, like fine, I block or I run away. Let me see, wait. Does this thing work? No, it doesn't, because the queen also covers that. So I was also a little bit paranoid. I should have moved, just slide my king in. And these guys can't like do an, I don't know what is an ice skater on me, because I have enough artillery to defend this square. Now, one last thing I would like to say is that the guy 3 is probably like the weakest player in the tournament, because, well, he also lost 2 games, I lost 2 games, so obviously like we're gonna have to be playing each other. And like at that point I also like just talked to myself a little bit. I just thought like, okay, like if I don't win this, then like what am I even doing here, right? So of course I proceeded to convert this position not very cleanly, because I hang this pawn, but that's fine, because now I try to trade this rook off, which gives away my entire advantage. What? Okay, I slide my queen in. Then what? Wait, okay, so queen b6 gives the advantage back, but queen takes b2, and then he can. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh wow, that's smart. Okay, wait, what about this? Well, takes. He takes. I take on f8. He goes back, and then like, I think I should still be winning here because his pawns are so bad. But yeah, this is like really equal, like material wise and activity wise as well. Okay. But thankfully he went for a check instead. I slide in, and here he set up like some sort of battery. I don't know the correct order, but yeah, I took his rook, and he has to take back, and then I think like the rooks were like here. The queen was in the front, because like what is supposed to happen. Can I just like go here? He goes here, and oh, why is it doing that? Stop doing that, game. Okay, I go here, and I go here, and then I go here. Goes here. Okay, so this is what was supposed to be in the game. Okay, so he has the battery going down. Obviously, like if I just make a lazy move, I lose the game immediately because of this. Takes and takes. This is checkmate. So that won't be nice. So instead, I just went for a queen trade. And now I am in a rook endgame where I am up a pawn, but his 2 pawns are absolutely horrendous. So here I don't remember can I like, this is really annoying. This is really annoying. Like why am I dragging this game like this? Can I? Okay, whatever. Maybe I just turn this off. Yeah, no, I don't think I can do anything about that. But yeah, now I just try to trade his rook off. He moves his king here, and then I move my king here, and then he wants my pawn, and then I don't know. Do I put my rook behind the pawn, or did he like continue moving the king? I think he might have continued moving the king, and then I go up here, and he goes here, and then like some sort of series happened. I think like this is not the order either, but like I think basically like, I came like here, and then I don't know. We somehow trade rooks or something. Like, okay, let me go up and go up like that. I think like something like this, and then like the game proceeded. So he's down a pawn in a pawn endgame. So here, obviously, if you just observe the board, you could see that my opponent is closer to my pawn than I am. I cannot defend this pawn in time. So naturally, I just try to waste his time. Let's go here, like to prevent him from like going this way, because my assets are a lot stronger here compared to here. So he took this. I went like here, and here, here. I took his pawn, and then we start a pawn race. Now the problem with the pawn race here is that his king has to waste at least a move to make way for his pawn. So let's do a counting exercise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, but his king has to move, so it's 5. So I win the pawn race. So he goes here, I go here, something like that. It doesn't have to be the correct order. Something like this, and pawn. Wait, really? No, that can't be right. No, he doesn't get the queen at all. Okay, sorry. Now, okay, I queen, and he, I don't know. Let's just waste moves. Okay, now I pin him. He goes here, he tries the queen, and, you know, I just sack the queen, and then, like, have fun, man. Like, this is the oldest trick in the book. He just tries to stop me, doesn't quite get there, and I just check his ass until he loses by checkmate. Now, he plays under checkmate, annoyingly enough. Like, I don't know. People don't believe in, like, people's ability to checkmate with king and queen, which, again, I understand because people stalemate here, like, all the time. Like just giving you an example. Like, here, and stalemate. The king has no moves. Like that wouldn't be cool. So yeah, but instead I think I checkmated his king like here, and like why not? Let's walk the king here. Let's just do that and do that, and let's just walk his king all the way down here. There we go. And then I go like this. I go like this. 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 And this is how it ended. Okay, at least I know that, but like I don't know the sequence of how it transposed into this this end game. So yeah, that's the third game. Now the video is actually really long now, so I think this is going to be the end of my recap for today. I will do the next few games later. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vid recap, and if you do, make sure to leave a like, and if you guys want me to play in more tournaments, let me know. I will probably do one in a few months. Probably going to lose all my games again, but that's fine. So right now my score is 1 out of 3 after I played 3 games. I lost the first 2 games, which ruined my entire chance of getting a prize, and I won the 3rd game against the weakest guy in the tournament. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, I'm not even going to edit this video, so let's just post it. See you guys later. Get out of here.